Hello students, we have discussed the operating activities, investing activities and financing activities while preparing cash flow statement. Before starting full problems of cash flow statement, let's solve some theory questions and some short problems. See this problem. Classify the following into operating activities, investing activities, financing activities and cash equivalents while preparing a cash flow statement. आपल्याला कॅश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट यायला हवं असेल तर पहिल्यांदा आपल्याला ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज, इन्व्हेस्टिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज कोणत्या किंवा फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज कोणत्या हे ओळखता येणं गरजेचं आहे. सो अशा स्वरूपाचा प्रॉब्लेम किंवा 1 मार्क क्वेश्चनसाठी असं काही विचारलं जाऊ शकतं. One by one, we have to decide each atom whether it is operating, investing or financing activity or it is cash and cash equivalents. Okay. So see here, while solving in the notebook, you have to prepare columns of these 4 headings and write down the numbers of these activities in these columns. Okay. See cash sale. Cash sales and cash received from trade receivables. These are operating activities because operating activities are main business activities, that is main revenue generating activities of the business. Okay. So cash sales and cash received from trade receivables, these are operating activities. Purchase of building, it means we are investing amount in building, it is investing activity. Sale of building is also investing activity. In purchase of building there will be cash outflow, in sale of building there will be cash inflow. Okay. Then issue of share capital or debentures, this is financing activities. Buyback of equity shares, financing activities. Dividend paid is also a financing activity. Interest paid on debentures or interest paid on long-term loans. In case of finance company, it will be operating activity. But in case of other company, that is non-finance company, it will be financial activity. Cash purchases, operating activity. Cash paid to trade payables is operating activity. Cash purchases is also an operating activity. Redemption of debentures and preference shares, financial activity. Repayment of long-term loan, financial activity. Office expenses, selling and distribution expenses, manufacturing expenses, these all are operating activities. Okay. Purchase of goodwill, it is purchase of intangible fixed assets, investing activities. Sale of patents, investing activities. Purchase of investment, investing activities. Sale of investment, if it is made by finance company then it will be operating activity, and in case of non-finance company it will be investing activity. Commission and royalty received, operating activity. Interest received on investment by finance company, it is an operating activity. Non-finance investing activity, non-finance companyच्या बाबतीत. Next, dividend received on shares. In case of finance company, it will be operating activity. In case of other company, that is non-finance company, it will be investing activity because amount invested in shares, and dividend is return on investment. Rent paid, operating activity. Rent received, if company's main business is property business, then it will be operating activity. Property business मध्ये कंपनी असेल तर, अदर बिझनेसमध्ये असेल तर इन्व्हेस्टिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी. Income tax paid, operating activity. Income tax refund received, operating activity. Bank balance is cash and cash equivalents. Short term deposits in bank, cash equivalent. इन्व्हेस्टमेंट इन शॉर्ट टर्म अँड मार्केटेबल सिक्युरिटीज, कॅश इक्विवलंट्स. मी तुम्हाला कॅश आणि कॅश इक्विवलंट्समध्ये काय काय येतं ते सांगितलेलं आहे. त्याप्रमाणे मार्केटेबल सिक्युरिटीज या कॅश आणि कॅश इक्विवलंट्समध्ये येतात. ओके. सो आता 4 कॉलम्स करून हे आयटम्स कोणती ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहे, कोणती इन्व्हेस्टिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहे, कोणती फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहे, कोणती कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विवलंट्समध्ये येतील ह्याचं लिस्ट तयार करा. इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर युअर study, okay, while preparing cash flow statement. Now this is one more problem. Identify the following transactions as belonging to operating activity, investing activity, financing activity and cash equivalent, just like the last problem. Okay. Cash purchases of goods, operating activity. Purchase of shares, investing activity. Patents purchased, investing activity. Cash received against services rendered, means cash received against services given, operating activity. Cash paid against services taken, operating activity. Sale of building, investing activity. Income tax paid on gain on sale of building, investing activity. Dividend paid, financing activity. Payment of corporate dividend tax on dividend paid, financing activity. Balance of current investments, cash and cash equivalents. Balance of marketable securities, cash and cash equivalents. Decrease in balance of bank overdraft or cash credit. This is financing activity because these are short term borrowings. Interest paid on bank overdraft or cash credit, financing activity. Okay. In this way you have to decide whether that activity is operating, financing, investing or cash and cash equivalents, etc. Now we'll see other type of problems where we have to decide whether in that due to this transaction there is inflow, outflow or no flow of cash. आता या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये आपल्याला प्रत्येक ट्रान्झॅक्शनमुळे कॅश इनफ्लो होतो म्हणजे कॅश आत येते, कॅश आउटफ्लो होतो म्हणजे कॅश बाहेर जाते, का काहीच होत नाही म्हणजे नो फ्लो ऑफ कॅश, हे डिसाईड करायचं आहे. लेट्स डिस्कस एव्हरी आयटम. प्रत्येक आयटम लिहून त्याच्यात कॅश आउटफ्लो का इनफ्लो हे डॅश करून लिहून त्याच्यापुढे तुम्हाला रिझन लिहायचं आहे, का कॅश इनफ्लो होती आहे किंवा आउटफ्लो होती आहे, याचं रिझन काय आहे वगैरे. ओके. सी फर्स्ट आयटम, purchase of inventory for cash. See, in purchase of inventory there will be outflow of cash because when we purchase inventory we give cash, that is cash is decreased by amount of inventory. Okay, so it is outflow. So purchase of inventory for cash याच्यासमोर तुम्हाला डॅश करून आउटफ्लो आणि रिझन बिकॉज by purchasing inventory cash decreases किंवा cash is decreased असं लिहायचं आहे. ओके. Purchase of goods on credit. As this is a credit transaction, we are purchasing goods but we are not paying cash, so cash is not affected, so no effect, no flow of cash. Okay. Third is sale of goods costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000 for cash. Sale of goods costing rupees 10,000 means we are giving goods worth rupees 10,000 and we are receiving cash rupees 12,000, so it is in flow of goods, our cash is increased by rupees 12,000. Now sale of goods on credit, again there will be no effect because this is a credit transaction, cash is not affected. Now fifth, purchase of fixed assets by issue of shares. Again there will be no flow of cash because we are purchasing fixed asset but making payment by issue of shares, so cash is not affected, so no flow, that is no effect on cash. Now next, Sale of fixed assets. Book value rupees 15,000 at a loss of rupees 5,000. Means we have sold this fixed asset costing rupees 15,000 at rupees 10,000 by a loss of rupees 5,000. So our cash is increased by rupees 10,000. So it is inflow of cash. It is interesting. Now next, cash received from trade receivable rupees 9,000 and allowed discount rupees 1,000. Our cash is increased by rupees 9,000. So it is inflow of cash. Now cash paid to trade payables. Cash paid means cash is going out. So it is outflow. Cash is decreased. Our cash balance, that is our cash and cash equivalent balance, is decreased. Now shares issued for cash. Our cash will increase, so inflow. Buyback of equity shares. While buying back the equity shares, we pay the amount of the shareholders by purchasing their shares. So our cash is decreased. It is outflow of cash. Issue of fully paid bonus shares. In case of bonus shares, issuing bonus shares is capitalization of profits. So our cash and cash equivalent balance is not affected here. So no flow of cash. Writing of bad debts against provision for doubtful debts. Again no effect. Cash is not affected. Declaration of final dividend. By only declaring final dividend, our cash is not affected. So no effect. Okay, because final dividend will be declared, which is declared in this year, will be paid in next year. So no effect. Cash is not affected. Now declaration of interim dividend. Again see, by declaration of interim dividend, our cash will affect. There will be outflow of cash because after declaring interim dividend, it is paid within 5 days of declaration. So there will be outflow of cash. Cash deposited into bank, no effect because our cash balance will decrease but our bank balance will increase. So cash and bank balances are the parts of cash and cash equivalents. So there will be no effect. Cash withdrawn from the bank, same reason. Cash and bank balance both are parts of cash and cash equivalents. So there will be no effect on cash and cash equivalents. So no inflow, no outflow. Purchase of marketable securities for cash. Here marketable securities and cash both are parts of cash and cash equivalents. When we purchase marketable securities, amount of marketable securities increases and cash amount decreases, but it means there will be no effect, no inflow or outflow of cash and cash equivalents. Sale of current investments for cash at par, same reason. This is only a conversion of one cash equivalent into another, so there will be no effect. Okay. बोर्ड एक्झामला 1 मार्क क्वेश्चनला विचारले जातात कॅश इनफ्लो आउटफ्लो नो फ्लो विषयी. त्यामुळे आपण काही अजून एखाद दुसरा अजून प्रॉब्लेम बघूया या पद्धतीचा. या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये शेवटचे 4 गोष्टी ज्या आहेत तिथे कॅशवर काही इफेक्ट होणार नाही, कारण कॅश आणि कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंटचेच पार्ट्स आहेत. ते एक पार्ट कमी झाला तरी दुसरा पार्ट वाढतोय. सो फायनल इफेक्ट इज नील. ओके. So now next problem. State which of the following would result in inflow, outflow or no flow of cash. Issue of debentures. When we issue debentures, we get cash from debenture holders. So it is cash inflow. Our cash is increased. Issue of debentures to the vendors for purchase of machinery. For purchasing machinery, we are making payment in the form of issue of debentures. So there will be no effect, no flow of cash. Cash is not affected. Okay. Third, purchase of own debentures of rupees 10,000 at 98%. There will be outflow because our cash is decreased by 98% amount of 10,000, that is rupees 9,800. We are purchasing our own debentures from the open market by paying rupees 9,800. So outflow of cash. Fourth, redemption of debenture, obviously outflow. Redemption means repayment of debentures. We are paying back the money, so there will be outflow of cash. Cash is decreased. Redemption of debentures by converting them into equity shares, no effect because cash is not affected due to this entry. This is a conversion entry. Okay. Now sixth, interest paid by debentures. Interest paid on debentures. It is outflow. Cash is decreased. Seventh, purchase of patents, outflow. Cash is decreased. Eighth, depreciation on furniture. It is non-cash transaction, no effect, cash is not affected. Old furniture written off, again non-cash transaction, cash is not affected. 10th, payment of outstanding rent for previous month. It is actual entry of payment, so outflow of cash, cash is decreased. Deferred revenue expenditure charged to profit, no effect because cash is not affected. Then 12th, declaration of final dividend as discussed in the earlier problem. This dividend will be paid in next year, so today no effect, cash is not affected. And now last, payment of dividend. Obviously by payment of dividend our cash and cash equivalent is decreased, so it is outflow of cash. ओके. इन दिस वे प्रत्येक ट्रान्झॅक्शनचा अर्थ समजून घेऊन तुम्हाला आउटफ्लो इनफ्लो हे डिसाईड करावं लागेल. डेफिनेटली 1 मार्क क्वेश्चनमध्ये या प्रकारचं क्वेश्चन येईल, त्यामुळे नीट स्टडी करा. एखाद्या ट्रान्झॅक्शनचं मिनिंग समजलं नाही तर यू कॅन आस्क युअर डाऊट्स फ्रीली. ओके. सॉल्व एव्हरीथिंग इन युअर नोटबुक. दॅट्स ऑल.